but you chose to be here, and I'm just so glad because I wouldn't want to do this. Couldn't do this without all the amazing YOUs that tune in and support. Shout out to everybody though that supports all of us. We're in a new month. We're talking about a new month, new season. It's getting a little chilly where we are, and so if it's also getting a little chilly where you are, I do hope you're somewhere warm and feeling valuable. Today we are talking about, speaking of new seasons, it's cuffing season. It is cuffing season. What is cuffing season? Is it a good thing? For some it might be. Is it a bad thing? For others who may require a little more. I found a few rules here and there that might help those who decide to partake in cuffing season. A few rules here and there to kind of help us get through it. Because it's not easy for everybody, and though some people think they can handle it, sometimes they have other things in mind. They have other things they'd like. And so we're going to talk about it. If you're just tuning in, this is WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and you are tuned into Dear Jelly with your radio bestie, Jelly. Hey, happy Sunday. And let's go ahead and get into it. It's cuffing season, y'all. Let's talk about it. You're listening to Dear Jelly on the X. Hey, Tia. How are you? And everybody else that's tuned in, hey. Happy Sunday. I hope you can't hear it. It's like I want y'all to hear it, but I don't want y'all to hear it. Because Facebook is my hater. It's like I want y'all to hear it, but I don't want y'all to hear it. Because Facebook is my hater. Happy Sunday. How you doing? What y'all have to eat? Anything good? Are you down for the cuffing season? Hey, VL, how are you? Are y'all down for this cuffing season? You ready? Taking any prospects? Hey, Nishanta, how are you? Hopefully y'all can hear. I wish there was a way for me to just like stream specifically to YouTube with the music and not. I guess I could do that if I had a different system, but I don't know how to do all that. How's y'all weekend? Y'all ready for cuffing season? You already got your hot beverages and everything ready? Warm blankets? Cuffing PJs? You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM and tuned into Dear Jelly with your DJ Jelly. Hey, Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to your radio bestie Jelly. I'm so excited because it's a new week. Today starts a new week, and shout out to everybody in Nashville who's celebrating homecoming this weekend. I hope it was amazing. Thank you so much to those who've tuned in online. Fabulous people tuning in on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. You could be anywhere else, and you chose to come and have some chill time with me, and it means a lot. Speaking of running to you, so running back, we just had Chike Fix featuring Simi with "Running to You." With "Running to You," so we're talking about cuffing season. Cuffing season is upon us. Cuffing, that is CUFFING. Season is upon us, and if you're not familiar with cuffing season, basically, how do I describe it? Cuffing season is generally like the colder months. The colder months where people get in a cold season relationships. So they get into a season, they get into a relationship for the colder months to, I don't know, maybe for some people it might be for housing. I don't know. It might just be for to help with the holidays, loneliness, things of that nature. So they're just in like in a temporary relationship. Now, I have heard of people getting into something a little more serious that might branch off of it, starting off as a cuffing thing. But I haven't heard of too many people where that's happened. But that's basically what we're talking about. I mean, is that something that you will be open to? Cuffing season? Are you open to having a relationship strictly for the colder months? Strictly for the colder months. Now, if you are, I found a couple of different things here and there where people were sharing their rules so that you don't get too caught up or understand what cuffing is until you're comfortable with it and everything. So basically, it's being in a relationship during that season. So, you understand it's just for that season. That's what the understanding is. But it is, there's a real chance. What does somebody say? It's the real chance you'll end up feeling like you're with somebody special for the holidays. If you don't already have someone, then like, hey, I have someone for this season. Tia. Hey, Tia. Thanks for being here. Tia says, I'm hoping for a lifetime partner, not meantime person. So I'll stick with my comfy blanket until I meet my permanent person. Okay, so it sounds like Tia is not down with the cuffing season and the cuffing rules. Is cuffing a bad thing? Is cuffing a bad thing? Can you see it being a bad thing? I don't know. I think to each their own. It definitely can be a bad thing. And then for some people, it can maybe help them get through a hard time. There's not a lot of vitamin D3 from the sun and whatnot. And so cuffing season might kind of help you get through the holidays, especially if you don't have any specific person in your life. I'm just saying. It's Tia says no, to each their own. Okay, so yes, to each their own. So we are not bashing anyone who maybe cuffing season is where you find a new place to stay every month. We're not bashing anyone if cuffing season is where you try new relationships to see if there's someone particular that you would like to date. Maybe that's the best way for you to do it. I don't know. We just know that there is no definite assurance in the cuffing. So here's Assurance mashup by Nana Fofi. You're listening to Dear Jelly on the X. I'm so excited. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to be here today, but homecoming in Nashville, and I mean it's still kind of warm other places, so I'm excited y'all are here. Yeah, I am not a fan of the cuffing. but I'm not going to bash it. And so I am going to share some of the rules. There are rules. There's a lot of sites with rules too. That was crazy. I didn't know that was a thing. Where they're like, this is what you're doing. You need to do it like this. Have you ever participated in the cuffing type stuff? Has anybody ever like approached you and been like, hey, let's team up for the winter times? Be my winter boo. So baby, it's cold outside. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull up one of these things where they had pull up where they talked about the cuffing. So Nashanta went to homecoming. She's wrapping up homecoming stuff. That's exciting. I'm excited about being on fall break this week. As a first year teacher, I'm excited. Tia, what was your weekend looking like? VL, what was your weekend looking like? Find any cuffing prospects? So there's like 5 or 6 different rules for the whole cuffing season, and then there's like things underneath there. To kind of help you if you decide like, I might be good on the cuffing, or I might want to try it out. Tia says, straight chilling. Church was a good word. That's good. I went to church today too. Good word to get you through this cuffing word season. This cuffing season. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM, and this is Sunday Evening with Dear Jelly. Hey, Radio Besties. This is Jelly, and I'm so excited that you're here. So tracking back, we had Nana Fofi with the Assurance mashup. We are talking about cuffing. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about this. We're upon the cuffing season. Cuffing season. And what do we call, like, what is cuffing season? Basically, it's where people become couples for the colder season. There's no assurance. There's no assurance. Of course, I kind of play with that because you just played assurance mashup. But there's no assurance in the relationship. You understand that it's something temporary just to kind of keep you warm indoors while it's chilly outdoors. The question I asked earlier was, and cuffing season comes with the understanding this is a temporary thing. Because once we're outside, you may not want to be outside with someone in particular. But I asked the question earlier, is cuffing a bad thing? Is cuffing season a bad thing? And honestly, it's not. It's not a bad thing. Some people need the extra company during the winter months due to seasonal issues that we might have with less sun, or you might find all the holiday types. You might find yourself by yourself and need additional help. Sometimes with the winter months, some women might be down for the cuffing season because we might need some help with the ice and snow. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's right, but I'm not saying it's wrong. it might be what you need. Cuffing season is right or wrong depending on your definition and purpose for using the term. Purpose for being in a cuffing relationship. If you intend to enter into a relationship with the intention of only using it for colder months, then that's not good, because the other person needs to know that this is strictly for cuffing. This is strictly for the winter months and not for after. Now, is it true that you can fall in love after? Sure. Anything's possible, right? Anything is possible. Okay, so I do want to share with you guys, the coronavirus pandemic is still far from over. The CDC recommends everyone ages 6 months and older get vaccinated against COVID-19, and everyone 5 years and older should also get a COVID-19 booster if eligible. To check your eligibility and find vaccination locations near you, consult your doctor or visit vaccines.gov. Okay, so I definitely want to know if you have been in a cuffing season relationship, if you can offer some advice on like, how does it start? How does it end? What are some things that you can advise? And I'm going to share some advice that I found all over the web about the whole cuffing season to kind of help you. If you feel like, you know what, I might want to try it this winter. What are some things that I should do or be aware of? Well, let's go ahead and go over a few things so that you can have the best cuffing season that that's good for you. So I made a list of the top cuffing season rules that I found. One of them, number one, was don't play games. Don't play games. So basically it means you need to be upfront and honest to let everybody know that this is only for a few months. You don't have time to play. You don't, this is not some long-term planning. We understand that this is only for a few months. Some people might do the whole cuffing season thing until they find somebody better. You don't have to settle. You can be picky with who you choose to cuff with for the winter months. Because you don't have a lot of time. Winter's not that long. You don't have a lot of time to mess around. So that's number one, is don't play games. Be honest and upfront with who you're, that this is a cuffing thing. This is not, let me be clear. It does not mean someone's living with you. For some people, that might be what it means. But basically, it's like, this is what we're doing. You my boo while it's cold outside. Because once it warms up, we outside. I'm just saying. So number one is don't play games. Be upfront and honest, and make sure that both parties are aware and are in agreement that this relationship is strictly for the winter time. So basically what that means is you might have a holiday boo, okay? You might have someone to take home to dinner with the family for the months of October, November, December, January, and February. Maybe February. I don't know. It warms up someplace in February, so they might not still be around. But some of y'all, in some other states, it's cold in March, so you might still have a boo for St. Patrick's Day. You might have a little cuffing boo to cheers with you or look for a little leprechaun. But after that, they're probably going to be gone. I'm just saying. Number two. So number one rule was don't play games. Be honest, be upfront. Number two is don't forget about your friends. So when summer rolls around and you're ready to meet someone new, you'll want your best buds be by your side so you can chill together. So just remember, don't forget about your friends, because this cuffing season, boo, is temporary. So don't be putting all your time and only have time for them, because you still need your people once the season is over. You need your girls. You need your guys. I'm just saying. Does anybody else have any number one or number two rules for when we are doing this cuffing thing? You're gonna ride out this winter. If you are down for the cuffing season, you're gonna ride out this winter. Here's Ride With You by Fumbi. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. Hey Jenna. Hey Rhonda. Rhonda, you said your pastor had y'all laughing. What was he talking about? What were they talking about? Jenna says, I should have tried that in my 20s. Real talk. You got a kid now. Some people with kids be trying it, honey. Some people with kids try it in their 30s, 40s, 50s. That's why it's a season. Cuffing season. Might be a little too loud. Whew. I am I'm feeling like a lot more older people are doing the whole cuffing thing now than younger. You say Jenna says that wouldn't be cute now. I need a lifetime person now. I know people are in their season looking for a lifetime, but let's be clear, there are some people that are in their 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s who are not looking for lifetime partners. So if you are a person who is older and you just kind of want some company or feel like you want some company, but not really, then this is a great season for you. Get cuffed up and they understand this is temporary. When the summer comes and we outside, we're not together, you know? Might be a good way to test run some people. I know people like to do that. They like to test run, make sure things work out, make sure this, we make sure we gel. Well, cuffing season is a great time of year to do that. See if we gel. Yes, sex, lies, and infidelity. Oh, your pastor was talking about sex, lives, and infidelity in a comical way. Okay, so it sounds like your pastor was doing that in a way that made it more relatable and people wouldn't feel uncomfortable considering the principles that he was teaching. That's pretty cool. I like when people make it relatable. Oh, and I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know that Facebook is a hater. So I try to keep the music down so that y'all don't hear it. Facebook is a hater. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. And hey, Radio Besties, you're tuned into Dear Jelly, and this is your Radio Bestie Jelly. And I'm so excited that you have tuned in. I am live right now with some pretty good looking people on TGI Jelly on Facebook as well as TGI Jelly on YouTube. And tracking back, that was just Fumbi featuring Ifaya with Ride With You. If you're just tuning in, we are discussing cuffing season. Cuffing season is upon us. And if you're not familiar with what cuffing season is, basically the colder months, having a relationship for the colder months with the understanding upon with both parties that this is a temporary thing. This is a relationship strictly because, baby, it's cold outside. And we discussed, whether or not this was a good thing, whether or not it was a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. There are some people who maybe even for mental health or emotional needs during the summer, winter times, when there's less sun outside, they might need a cuffing buddy. It doesn't necessarily mean they're laying right there next to you, but just someone they can always depend on being that temporary seasonal relationship. And for some people, it might be a test run and see if, we could be in a relationship and it could last, stand through the winter times. To see if we're compatible or not. We did discuss the rules. So I read where someone had shared that the number one rule is don't play games. If you're only interested in a relationship for the colder seasons, be honest, be upfront, tell the person like this is just strictly for this season. And then the other piece of advice was not to forget your friends. Like, don't be so caught up in this new love, winter, snug bug love that you forget about your crew, because when it warms up, guess what? Who's going to brunch with you? Who's going to lunch with you? Who are you going to talk to about the new possible prospects? Because the cuffing buddy is probably going to be gone because they're only there for a season. They're like some of these things at these fast food restaurants that are only there for a season. It's like some fruits. It's only here for a season. And so is this cuffing buddy. Jenna has said, Jenna has said earlier that she said, I should have tried that in my 20s. So trying a cuffing buddy in her 20s. And I was joking, like, honey, and she did put LOL. But I was like, I feel like I'm hearing about more older people doing the whole cuffing buddy thing than younger people. Older meaning 30, 40, 50, even 60. Because they're like, hey, they're set in their ways. They don't want a lot of, it's just simpler with the understanding of you're only here for so long. Jenna says that would be cute. That wouldn't be cute now. Need a lifetime person now, and that's definitely understandable. If a cuffing buddy is what you need, be true to what you need. Know what you need. Okay? Tia says, how do folks avoid catching feelings for their cuffing partner? It's funny that you say that, Tia, because that's rule number 3. That's rule number 3. So first of all, let's be clear. I don't know that you can control not falling for someone. But I think for some people, there's like a mental understanding, a mental, follow through that this is for this short period of time. This is not serious. So they might be more guarded. I don't know that you would be fully vulnerable and open with someone that you're just cuffing with, if that makes any sense. And ironically, that's rule number 3. It says, don't get attached too easily. If you and your cuff buddy have agreed to be in a minimal relationship that won't last through the whole new year, it's a good idea to keep your emotions guarded. You don't want to end up with someone. You don't want to end up with the person. Oh, how do you say this? You don't want to end up with being on a chopping block and feeling like you got caught on the sideline. You'll probably hope that you'll mutually fall in love, but don't do it. So basically, stay guarded. Stay guarded. And then also be mindful of their feelings. Like if they are your cuffing buddy and they start acting like they have feelings, then it sounds like you need to have a conversation. Are we going to be together, or is this just a temporary type thing? Don't let that person get too attached. Be very open with conversation so that everybody has a clear understanding of what this is, what we're talking about. Because let's be clear, people take things a little too far and things can get dangerous. Social media. Don't be posting a bunch of pictures with your cuffing partner. They are temporary. Okay, it's temporary. Also, do not change your status. It's not complicated because you have the understanding this is strictly for cuffing season, so it's not complicated. Do not change your status, and do not put you're in a relationship because you're not really in a relationship. You're in a situationship that is strictly short term. It's like it's almost like you're a traveling nurse or something. You're on a short term assignment. If you choose to be in a cuffing relationship, this is a short-term assignment. It is a short-term relationship, one that isn't supposed to last too long. And you can tell your friends about it, but I wouldn't be posting about it on social media. Hope I answered your question, Tia, because that's basically what we're saying. Basically, what it is. You can't be fully vulnerable. You're gonna have to be open and honest. But I don't necessarily know about being open to the point to where you are letting the person fully in because they're only here for a season. Even though you might have chemistry. Here is Chemistry by Fowles. Listen, Dear Jelly on the X. See, did I answer your question? That was a really good question. Thank you for that. It's on YouTube. Rhonda, what's the name of your church? It's on YouTube. What's your YouTube channel, Rhonda? You know there's something. Vote. I had the wrong card. I had the wrong ad for today. How does a person tell a new interest if they're in a cuffing situation? You don't. How did that sound? Why would you tell them that? If you meet a new interest and somebody else is talking to you, do you tell every single person? Like if they meet someone, no, you don't tell them. It's just like if you meet somebody. Let me put the question up. Those who want to hear. If anybody else has any advice on this, feel free to jump in, but you don't. You don't. Tia, Tia. I love you, friend. I get it. Oh, thanks, Rhonda. What you apologizing for? I mean, let's be clear. If you are talking to somebody and you come across someone else, again, you're saying that it's a potential, it's a new interest. Are you going to tell them every single person you're talking to that you know, especially one that you know is not going to work out? No. You let the other person know. Just saying. You're listening to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. And you, if you're just tuning in, hey, this is Dear Jelly with DJ Jelly. And tracking back, that was Falls featuring Simi. Simi has been featured quite a few times tonight. With chemistry. And we are talking about cuffing. Cuffing season is upon us. Cuffing season is upon us because, baby, it's getting cold outside. And for one reason or another, different people are down with the cuffing. They're down with the cuffing. What is cuffing? Basically, it's a relationship that you get in with an understanding this is just for the cold months. This is just for the cold months, either for company. It could just be for housing. It could just be for, just emotional support, mental health. Who knows? Everybody has their own reasons why they would be open to cuffing. But it is with the understanding that it is something temporary. It is with the understanding that it is not something that you're looking to go down the aisle and tell the story of how we got over and came to be together. It's with the understanding this is strictly for the colder months. Went over some quick rules. Number one rule was don't play games, be honest, be open. Let the person know this is strictly for the winter seasons. We are cuff buddies. Clank, clank, just for the season. Clank, clank, you are free once it gets warm outside. Number two, don't forget about your friends. Don't forget about your friends because this is a temporary thing. So don't forget about those who are not seasonal. Don't forget about those who are not just fair weather, your ride or dies. Don't forget about them getting all caught up in this whole cuffing situation because you're going to need them when the person is gone because there is the understanding that it is temporary. Number three, don't get attached too easily. So, have the understanding, be guarded, know that this is a temporary thing. Be honest. Be honest. But, let's be clear. You can't really control whether or not you're going to fall for that person. But I think out of respect for that person and yourself, you need to let them know if your feelings are changing, because then maybe they need to know, because they might need to back away from you. Maybe they need another cuffing buddy so that they can be comfortable. Number 4, don't change your Facebook status. Okay, you're not in a relationship. It's a cuffing situationship. Don't change to complicated. It's not complicated. There's an understanding this is temporary. Okay. So now that we're all caught up in all those, Tia says, so how does a person tell a new interest that they're in a cuffing situation? Like if they meet someone they actually like and want to possibly build something with. Okay, so you don't. You just said a new interest. Do you air out all your dirty laundry to somebody you just met? That might sound bad, but yeah, I don't know that I would. Maybe somebody help me with that. I don't know that I would. It's none of their business. And like you said, it's a new interest. So how new is this interest? How deep is this going? Because you just might need to cut off the cuff, buddy, and pursue the new interest, because this is something that seems like it might be lifelong. We already have the understanding that the cuffing buddy is not going to be something lifelong. So I don't know. You don't. I mean, am I wrong for saying you don't tell them? But you don't. I don't think you do. It's not their business. Now, once you get in a position to where you might let them know there's someone else, maybe there's someone else, and I'm like, oh, I have a cuffing buddy. It's just for the winter months, no worry. No, but maybe just if they say, is there anybody else that you're entertaining or possibly talking to, you can say there is someone that I might be possibly entertaining, but I don't see potential in that, because there's no potential because it's cuffing. It's not a lie, but I don't know that I would be like, oh, well, I have a cuffing buddy. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody else help me with that, because I don't know. I'm like, we're just having a discussion, right? I'm not an expert in these things. Number 5, don't buy your cuffing partner any extravagant gifts. Remember that you guys have agreed this is a short-term relationship. Don't be buying all this stuff just because it's the holiday season and you're feeling like Santa Claus. No. Have a clear conversation about your expectations. Have a clear expectation about, because then you're going to have your feelings hurt if you go buying all this extravagant stuff and the person doesn't even get you a card. Why would they get you a card? You're just my cuffing buddy. I'm just saying. Oh, Jenna says, yeah, you may say there is someone else. Definitely don't say I have a cuffing buddy. Ha! Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that. I wouldn't say that. But definitely don't spend like a lot of money on them. Really expensive gifts. Now, unless it's something y'all have talked about. Like if you just, the balling out kind of person, this is how you like to spend your winter months, going all out. You the sugar daddy, sugar mama, that this is what y'all do, sugar baby situation. This is what you got going on. Do that with the understanding that is what it is. But you have to have a clear understanding. So once again, you don't feel offended or used. A clear understanding of what that person is, what the person is not, what this is. So we both know this is not it. This is not forever. This is temporary. This is just for the winter months until we're outside. Now, it might sound crazy, but I feel like some people might need this to get through. I don't know. But understand that, remember that y'all have to keep the communications, keep the line of communication open so that you can keep a clear understanding of what it is and see it for what it is. Don't romanticize it. See it for what it is. So when he or she turns around and it's like, this was so great. Maybe next summer, bye. Winter, bye. Don't be like, oh my God. Like, I'm just saying, keep it for what it is. Keep the understanding of what it is. Tia says, yeah, thanks. That answers my question. That's why cuffing isn't for me. Would likely catch feelings and not interested in being intentionally guarded. Yeah. So that's why I think you should totally keep. She said, Tia said, so there's a mutual understanding that if either partner meets a more solid prospect, then everyone cuts their losses. I think that's the whole thing of having the conversation, because we know this is just for the colder months. Now, what do you do if you have a summer fling? Some people just have summer flings, right? It's summertime, feeling good, feeling great, have a little summer fling. So this is number 6 is let go of your summer fling. You can't have more than one cuffing partner. That's number 1. It's not safe. You don't know everybody's emotional and mental. It's not safe. But number 2, let go of your summer flings. You don't want to become, for the record, you don't ever want to start something new if you're involved with somebody else. So that's why you have to be open and honest. Meaning, like, if you are seriously interested in being with someone, then yeah, you need to let your cuffing person go. Let them know and let them go. Let them go. Let them go. Oh, VL. We have a man's perspective. Love this. VL says, I think it would be great to have an understanding of the roles, expectations, and commitment. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Tia says, LOL, that's what I meant, not telling all the business. You don't tell, no, because they're new. They're new. You don't need everything. Be a mystery girl. You know what I'm saying? Here's Johnny Drill with Mystery Girl. You listen to Dear Jelly on the X. I've never heard this song before. It's like the name of it. Nice beat. Y'all, why did I not know that people be having summer flings? This is gonna sound bad, but have you ever felt like you're not really living? Like, what am I missing out on? People be having summer flings. Summer flings and winter flings. If you have all these flings, why not just have a relationship? Or is that the whole point? Like, just trying different things and not here to stay. I'm only here for a limited time. Oh, I was supposed to read an ad. And got to talk and running off at the mouth. Is it easier to get a summer fling and a winter cuffing buddy than somebody who's serious about a relationship? I'm starting to feel like it is. Hey. See, he said, do you need some company, girl? See, that's what y'all get. Maybe that's how you can start a cuffing situation. Do you need some company, girl? Do you need some company, sir? Do you need some company for a short period of time? Do you need some company for a short period of time? Because not looking for something long term. Be honest. Might be a good way to try people out. So I thought I heard something outside the door. Hopefully it's warm. I don't like people creeping. You're tuned in to WXNALP Nashville 101.5 FM. And tracking back, that was Johnny Drill. Sorry, I have a thing for Johnny Gill, but this is Johnny Drill, Drille, with Mystery Girl. So, yeah, meeting somebody new, having a little mystery to you, okay? And like he said in the song, he said, yeah, do you need some company? So I guess it's how we can start a cuffing situation. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about this being cuffing season. And what are some do's and don'ts, some rules to keep in mind when engaging in cuffing season? Cuffing season is basically being in a relationship just for the winter months, just while it's cold outside. We are not bashing or saying that it's a bad thing. Basically, what we're saying is do what's best for you. Some people may enter into a cuffing situation for their mental health, for their emotional health, for physical support, for financial support during the colder months. Do you? Just make sure you're making safe choices. And as always, be honest about your expectations. Have very clear, honest expectations, especially if this is a cuffing situation. You know they're not going to be there long. be guarded a little bit, but also be honest about your expectation. Be clear about your roles, so there's no questions and like, oh, I thought this was going to be forever. No, it's not. It's not. Um, just saying. I'm having a really good conversation with some pretty good looking people on TGI Jelly on Facebook and TGI Jelly on YouTube. Rhonda says it might be Brevard. There's no commitment. Where's Brevard? It might be Brevard. There's no commitment. I don't know. Jenna says I will get my weighted blanket. LOL. Okay, so let's be clear. I have a weighted blanket, and I love my weighted blanket. I love my weighted blanket. And I just found out there's a 33-pound weighted blanket. I don't know that I could be functional and productive. My weighted blanket right now is 15 pounds. I don't know that I could be functional and productive if I had a 33-pound weighted blanket. I mean, it's almost like, I digress. Just the weight itself might be a little too comfy for me to want to move my body. Let me just leave it at that. Tia says, I think it would be no need to be as selective if the expectation isn't to last any real time. Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, no need to be super picky if it's only, I'm only here for the night. I'm just saying. Rhonda says, having a summer or winter fling might be because there's no commitment. Oh, no. Having a summer and winter fling means you cannot have commitment. It's not, you're not interested in commitment. It's not, I mean, that ain't what it is. You know, you're like the McRib sandwich or what's something else that comes temporary out and it's only here for a limited time. You know what I'm saying? You're like a sandwich that only comes out during certain times. You're like a certain dessert that only comes out a certain time. I'm not trying to promote a certain brand. I'm just saying you're here for a limited time. You like that fruit that's only good during certain seasons because you can't get it all year round. That's what it is. The next rule is find someone you enjoy being around. So you find somebody you can easily talk to, someone you easily get along with, someone you can have a good time with, okay? Because that way it makes the most out of the cuffing experience. Because it's just fun, makes it more fun, makes it more exciting, makes it more exhilarating. I had time of my life. Had the time of your life, right? Life is short. Enjoy yourself. VL says you can have a commitment in a cuffing relationship. Yes. You can be committed to being, okay, so I feel like you can be committed to being with that person for a short period of time. Y'all, WXNA is your all-volunteer freeform radio station flying out Freak Flag in Nashville for more than 6 years, thanks to you. We depend on our loyal listeners for financial support. Help us keep our Freak banner flying proudly in Nashville and beyond by becoming a member of Team WXNA today. Go to WXNAFM.org and show your support. I believe that's where the commitment comes in, the understanding, the setting the goals, the rules. I don't think you can have multiple cuffing partners, but yeah, there is a commitment. You got to be committed to it. If you're going to be a cuffer, a cuffing buddy, a cuffing partner in a cuffing season, you got to be committed to it. You might have to get a couple subscriptions. You might need some Netflix. You might need some, I don't know, Amazon Prime. You might need something for movies. Be sure to have some fun. You can have multiple cuffing partners. What? You can have multiple cuffing partners? Sounds tiring. So VL said you can have multiple cuffing partners. And this, wow, I didn't know. I didn't know that. How does that work? How does that work? Asking for y'all. How does that work? I do want to share with you, though, the election day for state and federal offices is coming up November 8th. Make sure you're registered to vote and plan to vote early or on election day. And if you're not registered to vote, you still have time to register. It only takes 2 minutes, and it's never been more important. Go to vote.gov to register or check your registration to make sure your voice is heard. Okay. How you have more than one? I thought a cuffing. Talk to me. I thought cuffing was supposed to be a seasonal thing. I thought cuffing was supposed to be a seasonal thing. I thought it was supposed to be like an actual like relationship or something. Talk to me. Teach me something. Okay, so VL says all cuffing relationships are not equal. People define their relationships. I thought a cuffing season relationship meant you are my boo, I is your boo until it warms up. You know, until the heat moves up to 72 or something. That's what I thought. What up, DJ Juan is in the building, y'all. DJ Juan. VL says same way of dating multiple people. So there are like just people out here with. Is it really a cuffing situation though? If it's more than one person, Juan, have you ever had a cuffing? I mean, you get married, so all your dirty laundry is out there anyway. Have you ever been a cuffing buddy?
No, never.
You've never been a cuffing person?
No.
But have you ever had anybody approach you about being a cuffing person?
No.
Have you heard of cuffing season and cuffing?
I have heard of cuffing season, but I haven't. Was never involved in one of those.
The way he's doing his hands, y'all, it's like I don't care what you heard. he said, I don't care what you heard. That was not me.
No.
That was not me in them pictures.
I wanted to be in a cuffing situation.
Yeah.
It never happened.
He said he wanted a cuffing situation. It never happened.
Yeah.
I just feel like having. Did you know that you can have? I just learned from VL on Facebook that you can have multiple cuffing buddies. That seems tiring.
Oh wow. Yeah. That seems tiring.
That seems like too much. You know, like it just seems like too much. I can see that as long as you're not having sex with everyone. I mean, that's true because not all cuffing situations are sexual. Some stuff that might just be mental. Where we at? So Tia says, so if you have multiple cuffing partners, isn't that just friends that you hang out with, or are you just over there cuddling with everybody? That's what my question is. If you have multiple cuffing buddies for the cuffing season, I thought cuffing season was supposed to be like all exclusive. Why am I getting all upset? Like this is messing up my plans or something. I don't have a cuffing season plan. I just want to have a clear understanding of the cuffing lifestyle. And now my mind is being blown. VL says cuffing is subjective. What? Jenna says, so Larry on Monday with movies, Terry on Tuesday with dinner, Ricky on Saturday at the fair. Wow. LOL. I mean, but if that's the case, you don't have to have a cuffing buddy. You can just do that, period. That's just just random dating? Random dating, random Joes? I thought cuffing was like, this is me and you, me and you. We understand. It's just me and you doing the cup, the cold season, and then it's not me and you when it warms up. That was my understanding for the cuffing, and now y'all got me. I don't know. What multiple people during cuffing season, Juan?
It seems. That's good for them if it works out, but it seems like a lot.
It seems like a lot, and I don't think it would work.
Yeah.
I think if you're gonna.
I thought a cuffing situation was when you find somebody, like you said, for the winter.
Yes, I thought it was like
finding one person. But if you're gonna do multiple,
that's not cuffing.
Hedge your bets, maybe.
Hedge your bets.
Yeah, like.
What do you mean?
If you start cuffing with one person, but then you wanna, you're not sure that person might pan out to be somebody you want to spend your time in the future with.
This is crazy. Okay, y'all. I thought cuffing was you find your bearskin rug in a human for the cold seasons. Okay, for the cold season. Somebody you can hibernate with till it gets warm outside. That's what I thought cuffing was. Y'all talking about multiple people, that's too much brain work, and that's just too much. But no.
I agree with that.
No. I think cuffing is you find your cuffing buddy and you cuff your life away. And then when it gets warm outside, you say, it's been fun. You know, if you chose to do other things, I'm so glad we use birth control. And I will see ya when I see ya. That's all. You don't want to have a cuffing baby. We're not going to nickname your baby Cuffy. Tia says, so if you don't know that your cuffing partner is cuffing with someone else, is it cheating? Yes, it's cheating. In my mind. Y'all got me all in my feels because I'm just had no clue. But one thing I do know, oh, they're saying, hey, DJ Juan.
Hey.
He said, hey. He said, and Jenna says, but what if Larry isn't available on Tuesday, so you got Ricky? No. That you are not eligible for cuffing. You just out here dating. Okay? You are not even a monogamous. You are just a dating connoisseur. That's what you are. A relationship connoisseur. I don't know. What would you call that? You're just friendly. You just BL says depends on the terms of the agreement. My understanding is it's just one. And I'm saying if you're gonna try the whole cuffing thing, maybe just try with just one, especially if it's your first time in these cuffing streets. Things aren't as safe out here as they used to be. Maybe they've always just been dangerous, but now it's just the dangerous a little more prevalent. You think so? A little more in our face, Juan. Don't y'all know how Juan be minding his business? And I just be pulling him into my conversations. And he'd be like, girl, I'm getting married. You talking to me about cuffing? And I'm getting married. Okay, y'all. I hope that you do stay tuned in to WXNAFM.org, or if you're listening on the radio, 101.5 FM, and stay tuned for the International Echo with DJ Juan. Coming up next, is there a special show?
No.
There's no special show.
It's just a good show.
But it's going to be a good show with a great vibe. So do stay on. We're going to go out on something fun. Love you guys. Have a great week. Couldn't do this without you. Wouldn't want to do this without you. Blessings upon blessings. And here's Blessings by Joe Boy. Have a good one, y'all. See you next week. You ought to mess me up. I did not know that people have multiple. They ain't gonna cheat on your cuffing buddy.
Well, does it matter if you cheat on your cuffing buddy?
I don't even know now. If it matters if you cheat on your cuffing buddy,
the cuffing buddy is not a relationship at all. It's just for convenience.
It's a relationship for the period of time.
Of convenience.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't send you the list of music.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I got sick. I got COVID when I got back from Chicago.
You had COVID? Okay, let me get off the line telling your business. Hey, guys. Sorry, we love you. Oh. Have a good one. Have a great week. I'm over here telling Juan's video. Juan was getting ready to air all his dirty laundry. Oh, man. I thought you were... No, hold on 1 second. She said, shoot, Larry should have been available. Y'all are dead. I love y'all. Have a great one. Juan is trying to have a little heart-to-heart with me, and I'm about to put all his business out there. I love y'all. Bye. Bye.